30 years ago, when you handed over your hard-earned cash for a truck, a tractor, or a refrigerator, it was yours. You had the title, you had the keys, and if it broke, you had the toolbox to fix it. Today, you are paying luxury prices to be a renter in your own life. They told us smart technology and software updates would make our lives easier. It was a lie. It was a Trojan designed to kill your right to repair, harvest your private data, and force you into endless monthly subscriptions just to keep your property turned on. In this video, we will expose the biggest trap in modern manufacturing. We will look at how Wall Street rigged your home, your car, and your wallet. But more importantly, I am going to show you the 20-year loophole, the exact items you need to buy on the used market to escape this system forever. Let's start with the most insulting scam of the modern era, the microtransaction. A few years ago, automakers like BMW tested the waters by trying to charge owners an $18 a month subscription just to use the heated seats that were already physically installed in the car. People were outraged, but the corporations realized something terrifying. The physical product does not matter anymore. The hardware is just a delivery system for the software, and it did not stop with BMW. Mercedes-Benz recently locked the physical horsepower of their electric vehicles behind a $1,200 a year paywall. The electric motors are already in the car. You bought them. You are carrying the weight of them. But Mercedes wrote a line of code that electronically throttles your acceleration unless you pay an annual ransom to unlock it. Toyota even tried to charge owners $8 a month just to use the remote start button on the physical key fob that came with the car. Look at HP printers. You buy the printer with your own money, but if you try to put a cheaper third-party ink cartridge inside, a mandatory over-the-air software update will literally brick your machine, refusing to print until you submit and buy their overpriced ink. How is this legal? How can a company reach into your home and turn off your property? It is because of a legal loophole called the end-user license agreement. When you buy a modern machine, you are not actually buying the hardware anymore. According to corporate lawyers, you are simply purchasing a license to use their software. Buried on page 42 of that digital contract you blindly clicked, "I agree to," is a clause that says the manufacturer can revoke your license, alter the machine, or shut it down at any time for any reason. Ask any American farmer. You can spend $500,000 on a modern John Deere tractor, but if a single emission sensor goes bad in the middle of harvest season, you are legally locked out. You cannot wrench on it. You cannot bypass it. You have to wait days, paying thousands of dollars for an authorized technician to come out with a corporate laptop just to type in a passcode to turn your own machine back on. This is not innovation. It is extortion. But it gets worse when you step inside your own home. Today, you can barely find an appliance that doesn't demand to be connected to your Wi-Fi. Why does your washing machine need a router? Why does your refrigerator need a touchscreen? It is not for your convenience. It is for your data. In recent lawsuits, it was revealed that some modern smart televisions are taking up to 7,200 screenshots every single hour of what you are watching, playing, and doing in your own living room, and selling that data to third-party advertisers. From doorbell cameras handing over footage without a warrant, to smart thermostats that power companies can remotely lock out during a heat wave to protect the grid, the term smart device really just means a device that takes orders from someone other than you. And what happens when the manufacturer gets bored of supporting your smart appliance? It's called server-side bricking. A few years ago, fitness companies and smart home brands realized that building durable goods was bad for repeat business. So when they want you to buy a new model, they just pull the plug on their computer servers. Your $3,000 smart treadmill or connected appliance suddenly loses its functionality overnight. You are left with a useless block of plastic and a notification telling you it's time to upgrade. When you buy a dumb machine, you are the customer. When you buy a smart machine, you are the product. So what happens when these overly complex machines inevitably break mechanically? Nothing, because they are not built to be fixed. Corporate greed is half the problem. The other half is government bureaucrats and Environmental Protection Agency mandates. To meet impossible, constantly shifting emission standards, engineers are forced to build fragile, unfixable garbage. They have forced start-stop gimmicks into engines that wear out your starter and your battery prematurely. They mandated diesel exhaust fluid and complex emission systems in diesel trucks that routinely choke the engine and throw the vehicle into limp mode. And when you try to open it up, you will find parts welded together. You will find proprietary, tamper-proof screws that require specialized tools the manufacturer refuses to sell to the public. You will find parts pairing, where even if you buy a genuine replacement part, the computer will reject it because the digital serial numbers do not match the mothership's database. The local American mechanic is being systematically starved to death by Silicon Valley. But here is the good news. There is a resistance forming. Smart Americans are waking up to the scam, and they are fighting back using the ultimate weapon, the 20-year loophole. The secret is simple. The greatest act of rebellion in 2026 is buying used. We have reached the peak of the disposable era. To get real quality, you have to look backward. If you want a truck that will actually tow without blowing a turbo or shutting down over a faulty sensor, you look for models from before 2008, before the heavy EPA mandates and DEF systems ruined diesel engines. If you want appliances that actually wash your clothes and keep your food cold for 20 years, you hunt down the older mechanical models from before private equity firms bought out the heritage brands and outsourced the parts to China. You look for physical knobs, heavy dials, and raw metal parts. No screens, no Wi-Fi, no chips. Ownership isn't dead yet, but you won't find it in a shiny new showroom, and you won't find it at the Apple Store. You find it on the used market, in the classifieds, and in the brands that built this country in the first place. Stop funding the corporations that want to rent your life back to you. Buy dumb machines, buy analog tools, and learn to fix them yourself. If you want my exclusive, unfiltered, do not buy blacklists and analog survival guides sent directly to you every week, join the Off-Grid Network. The link is in the pinned comment below. And if you want to know exactly where to start and which brands you can still trust right now, I have put together a master list. Click the video on your screen right now to see the only 5 dumb machines left. These are the appliances and tools that have 0 Wi-Fi, 0 touch screens, and will outlast anything built today. I will see you in there.